According to an independent study, Arizona ranks number 3 in the nation in foreclosures, and Phoenix ranks as the number 7 city in the country. Just this last quarter alone here in Arizona, there were nearly 40,000 foreclosure filings. At this rate, it suggests that 1 out of every 70 homes in the state is currently in foreclosure. Everywhere you go, dozens of signs you can see up in the neighborhoods. But the problem is no one's out there buying right now, and for some homeowners, they need to sell quickly or lower their payments, or they risk going into foreclosure. And joining us now to talk about this is CEO of Bud Crawley Real Estate, Joe Watson. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Carrie.
And you
How
guys
are
have been
you?
in the business here in the Valley for 30 years.
For more than 30 years.
So you've
yes,
obviously seen a roller coaster. Talk to us about what you're seeing right now.
Well, first of all, Carrie, this is an absolutely incredible market, and I'm so glad we're talking about this. We have people who have had their homes on the market for numbers and numbers of months. We also have people who are in an environment that they've not been in before. They are not able to make their mortgage payments. Some of the banks are just not helping them out as quickly as they need to in order not to lose their homes. So what I'd like to do today is talk to you about a couple of options that they may not be familiar with. These are things that might help them. Okay, first of all, there's the short sale, and then there's the loan modification.
Okay.
Just real quickly, what a short sale is this. For those sellers or homeowners who have had their houses on the market for a number of months and they're just not seeing any movement, this is what's happening for them. The first thing that they need to do is they need to assess the value of their home. They have to know what the true market value of the home is. What a short sale is this. This homeowner is going to sell their property for less than what is owed on the property. For example, if they purchased a home in the peak of the market for $250,000, the value is only worth $80,000, that homeowner can have no expectation of someone paying $250,000 for the home.
I guess psychologically people have to really wrap their brains around that.
That's right.
There's been a tremendous adjustment.
That's right. But this is possible, and we're doing this every day. So what they do is their house is placed on the market for the true value of what the market is for that particular home. Then they have an agent that's knowledgeable about the market that can help them negotiate this price with the bank. So first they assess the value of the home, and then the seller gets a real estate agent that's able to help them negotiate this lower price with the bank. The bank then takes the lower price and they forgive the balance of the loan, so they forgive that debt. Now, there's a couple things that sellers need to be aware of. Is one, there could be some tax consequences because this is a forgiveness of debt.
Right.
But it does get them out of the property and they're able to move on. They also need to be aware that there is some credit consequences with it, but it is not the same credit consequence as it would be if the home were to go to foreclosure.
Okay.
They are able to recover and buy a new home in a relatively short period of time.
It's important to give people hope on
absolutely,
because it's such a daunting task and emotionally so draining. Let's talk about loan modification.
Loan modification. The thing that you want to be aware of is this. What the bank is doing is restructuring your existing loan. Again, what the homeowner wants to do is they want to assess the value of their home. The thing that they need to be aware of with this loan modification that a lot of bankers or mortgage companies are not telling them about is this. If you are in a home, like the first example that we used, where you owe $250,000 and the value is only $80,000, and you modify this loan so that you have a lower payment, you are still strapped with an asset that has no value. And so what you're doing is you're locking yourself into this home for a longer period of time, and the chances of you recovering that value in the next few years is very slim. The other thing that you want to make sure that you do is that you understand what the loan modification is. You want to know what the rate is. You want to make sure that you're getting a good rate, and that you want to also be aware of any penalties that might be involved with the loan modification.
Understanding the terms is crucial. That's what got a lot of people into this mess in the first place.
Some of these banks are only modifying terms for 6 months or a year, and if you're having financial problems, that may not be enough time for you to recover financially. The other thing with the penalties on this that's very important that you want to be aware of is that on the loan modification, if you default or fall behind on your payments again, your rate may revert back to the original rate that you were in, the adjustable rate, and Not only that, but also the arrearages or any of the fees that you had that were due are now due and payable, and it puts these people back on a track for foreclosure.
Okay, Joe, how can people get in touch with you? You guys have a website?
We have a website. Our website is bud@budcrawley.com.
And we'll put that on our website, azfamily.com as well. Joe, thank you so much.
Okay.
So much information, and I appreciate you being here, because there are thousands of people out there right now who are struggling, and they just need to feel like they have hope.
Yes, and not be
frozen
frozen with fear. They have to do something about their situation.
And the banks will play ball right now.
Yes, they will, and do not take no for an answer. These banks do not want their homes back. It's not a personal thing, and so they will work with you if you work.
You're aggressive and confident about it. Okay, Jill, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We have a fresh look at news just ahead. What sort of Christmas present did Tom give Giselle? One that'll change her life forever, and probably his too. That story and more coming up next.